Welcome everybody to House and Garden Flipper, episode 322. We are going to head straight over to Samarta Myers' house. I'm actually tempted to just get this one done and then go back and do the Almost Only a Garden House and see if we can sell that too. That would be interesting. But let's see how we go. I think we've got all of the upper floor done, so what we need to do is the ground floor, which is a bathroom, a kitchen and a dining room, living room, and then the basement, which is bedroom, ensuite, kitchen, family room. So 2 more episodes, I think, maybe 3 or 4 more episodes on the inside, and then a couple of episodes on the outside, although it is harder to do the outside if I don't start doing it during the day. Maybe I should do some of that today. Alright, that means I have to think of what I want to do with the garden. Well, let's have a look at the garden. I guess we should look at it. Alright, so up in this corner here we've got this graveyard, and I'm thinking we might put like a little low, I know, we'll put a little rose hedge around it. Yeah, we'll do this. Alright, I know, garden time. I may have an idea of what to do with it, and we're going to just make it a whole mix of roses. So to honour Grandpa's memory. I really hate this music. Okay. We are... Right, there's the grave. Okay, hang on. So we're going to make the entrance here. Alright. I want to put something really big up in this corner, so I'm thinking maybe a really big rhododendron or a big huge rose bush. So we've got these rose bushes and the multiflora roses, but we've also got the lilac trees. They're kind of cool. But we also have, we're not putting oleander in, we do not dislike Grandpa. We also have these flowery rhododendrons. We might go with the white. No, that's too small. I need something bigger. Rhododendrons are big plants. Sometimes. Alright, and what I was thinking was we have it's too flat. I know, it's messing with me. Fine, let's grab this lilac tree. I could just go nuts and move the headstone. It's not going to work though. Alright, so the lilac is out. What about a common lilac? Oh, that would work. Let's put this straight in. We're not hosing the headstone. I'll just put it back kind of here. And we're going to grab the next, the white rhododendron again. I know, this whole thing is freaking me out. Don't mind me, I'm fine. Oh man, I'm not fine. I'm so very not Fine. Alright, we're gonna grab this, we're gonna pop it. Right there. Okay. I'll just straighten that up. Okay. All right. It's getting there. And then we want some more of these white roses. I know. I just grit my teeth, and we'll be fine. We'll get it done. Get Grandpa's section done pretty, or whoever this is. White roses. If I could put just a bench in here. I just want someone, you know, someone to sit and talk to the dead. I know, don't judge me. It's just something I was thinking. It would be nice to have a little... just a bench, just to sit here on. So you could, do you know... There we go. Right. And it's really hard to tell where that mound is. So, we don't have like any graves in here, do we? Okay, so there's no gravestones in here anyway. So this is where the coffin and the tombstone came out of. We don't want to make it spooky down here. My idea was just to make like a little corner. Because we know it's there, so we might as well, you know, just make it pretty and peaceful. The quiet hum of the bees and the chirp the birds. I've lost the rose bushes. It's ridiculous. Okay, there's my rhododendrons. Where are my roses? There's my oleander. Huh, there's my roses. I figure with the lavender up here, we might just echo the lavender in the roses. Alright. And then I think we'd want another one. Okay, and then I don't know what, and then we want something small in around the feet. I was thinking we might use these daisy things that we had before, because they're kind of pretty and cute and little, and we'll just scatter them all the way through. So you have these roses and you got these daisies, and it just should be fine. Let's just stick with that one. Like a little carpet of... See, now part of me wants to put something blue in here. I don't know if we can fit something blue on top of all the pink, all the white and pink. I think we're doing an English garden with a kid's playground. You know what? I think we should just carpet this whole space. Oh, okay. I don't think I can... I can't put the flowers on it. There we go. It may be that I can't put the flowers over the grave itself. But that's nice, because then we can't forget where it is. Then again, maybe not. No, it could just be it's being obstreperous. Then again, maybe not. A shroud of daisies, there you go. I think what we'll do, I know if I do this I'm going to be in trouble when I try and put anything else down. I might just stop there for a minute. Alright, so there is, you know what, we do need to light it. Let's light it with something. It's got to look pretty. I know, I'm going with... I was going to go gothic, but I'm torn. No, I think we'll go oriental. It's prettier. And we'll go green. There you go. Now the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to put some, like a little screen up, and I was actually going to use the roses to screen that section. So let's grab, I'm going to grab these. I want to tuck them in fairly tight, just for like a major cluster here. Leading into the that space, and then I was going to use them as a border in and around. So it's just like a grove of wild roses. Yeah, so that's kind of the effect I was after. I was thinking a formal garden, like, you know, paths and whatnot, but I think this is probably better. Yeah. So there we go. We have a memorial space. It's not going to be with a pool and everything. I think. I don't know what's down there. Let's just. Alright, fine. Alright, so we've got one part there. And I think kind of we need, you know, spaces to sit in. Stepping stone paths. Yeah, let's do a stepping stone path. That'll give us maybe a bit of an idea. Sorry, forgot my mic again. This will give us maybe a bit of an idea for where we're going. So let's grab my surfaces, and we'll grab our stepping stone path. We're going to go probably chopped, I think. And I think we might go for a sandy kind of stepping stone in this garden. I wanted by many. There we go. So we'll use these, make sure we don't step on Grandpa. Yeah, I know those plants are going to cause me no end of hassles, scattered the way they are. What I'll do is I'll put everything else in, and then I'll probably come back and scatter the daisies around like confetti. And we'll see how that works. Alright, where are my stepping stones again? So I think we're going to put a bit of a sitting nook up here. So that can just lead up to there. We're going to put a pond of some kind in here. So we might grab decorations and water. I know I love the koi pond, but we're going to go for, let's go for the, I might go for the Scylla to start with. Alright, I wanted to have a much lighter garden than this was when we started. So what we might do is we might put the Scylla in here. And then I'm going to put like a garden chair in behind it. So we'll dig this out. I do much prefer the ponds with the fish in, but this is pretty in its own way. So we're now going to grab our bench Gonna grab a couple of benches. I think this one. What I want is something like this. And I actually do like that pattern. I'm not sure I like the dark. No, I could like the dark. Let's go with that. And I'm thinking I might put it here because what I want to do is I want to have like a little table in here somewhere. And I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to grab another one of those, but I'm going to grab a little one if we've got a short one. No, there isn't. Alright, fine. We're just stuck with this then. What was it? That with this, with that? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to put another one over here. Right, and then over here we're going to have a like a relaxing area. So we're just going to grab a hammock. Go with this. Oh, is that all I get? Alright, and then we're going to grab a Desica table if I can find one. I think this time we need, oops. I need a small thing, like a little square. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back to these. And we're going to put that kind of here. Then we're going to grab, oh my gosh, I really am losing the light, aren't I? I really hate that about the outside. This is the only downside of gardening is you lose the light so much. I don't really have an intermediate size. I don't really want something this big. See, it's enormous. So these are like huge reading lamps. I know, I wanted something about half the height, but that'll do for now. Are we going to put another one out here? That's about right. Pop it there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, but I think it's time we went inside and turned the light on. I don't think that garden's going to take too long. Alright, so upstairs we have all of these round lights, and I think that might be something we emulate down here. Just make sure we're fairly clear. Alright. Let us put some lights in, just so you've got that sense of continuity throughout the entire house. We'll go with our ceiling lamps and we will grab our rounds. We might go with that warm gold colour that we had before. And we are going to start in here. Put that one in there. Hit the light switch. I know this house is too spooky to not have there we go. To not have a couple, I think I might put one up here and one here and one here and one here. I'm not scared of the dark. You're scared of the dark. Alright, where are my light switches? Actually, no, I tell a lie. I am scared of the dark. But in this house only. There we go. Now we have that warm golden light everywhere, except in here. Let's pop it up in here as well. Ain't afraid no ghosts. Yes, I am. Okay. So now we've got this warm golden light all the way through. I think it's probably time we put some doors on this place. And I normally avoid using this door, but it just seems that either of these two seem really fitting. Actually, I think we might go with this one. Golden handle. Nice. Yes, golden kind of thing. There we go. And we'll pop that. Actually, I'll do it from the outside so that it fits flush. Yep. And while we're out here, I think we're going to grab our lights again. We're going to grab our coach lights and we're going to put one on either. Wait, I already have them on either side of the door. There we go. Alright. We'll just head over this way. We need to do the same here. Oh, actually, I should probably put those up so I can see what I'm doing. I know, it's overkill. It'll do just fine. Right, now what we need is we need a couple of doors on the outside here. Something that hopefully will match. See, I kind of like these as well. And I'm hoping they'll fit beautifully. Alright. Now we're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable about our environment. Alright, what do we got in here? We want a door here that will match, kind of like that. So let us grab 1x2. Upstairs we've used Interiuka rather than Kameo. Or was it Kameo? Oh, I forget. Alright, so it's something, one of these. I forget which door we used. We're going to just go upstairs and have a look. We used Interiuka. Took me a bit. Let's grab our bathroom door. We wanted that golden colour that comes with the American elm. We want people to know if you're inside, so we'll just put 2 up the top. And then everything else can be American elm. golden handles just to match all the golden light. The details can be light brown. American elm around the outside, and we'll buy that for here. Beautiful. I know, I'd like a light brown for that, but there wasn't one. So interior again. It's not a bathroom door this time. It is an interior door. In the American elm. All of that can stay the same. There we go. And the handle should be gold. There we are. Pop that here. I think we're going to match how this looks. We're going to match it with, I think we need another light in the middle. Yeah, one about here. We're going to match it with the furniture. Kind of looks like a spaceship, doesn't it? All lit up. It'll be fine. Just grab this. Yep. Okay, so this is our dining room slash living room. It needs paint. It needs yellow paint. We are going to do lime. I know I was going to match it to the furniture, but I think what we'll do is we're going to go with the faded lemon. Wait, no, we could do bright peach. I know, it'll just mean I change the floor. Let's have a quick look. No, I think I might have been right on my first call. It's just it doesn't look like it looks in the can, so when you go and paint it, it's like a darker colour or a different colour entirely. Yeah, we'll do this. So this is going to be our family room. You know what? It needs floral shoots. Floral shoot wallpaper as well. Somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. And then we'll do... It's weird. It's got like bathroom tiles on the lintels of every window. We can paint the stairwells. Oh, I forgot about that. I love it. Look. Never getting old. Never, never getting old. I'm really pleased they let us do that now. All right. I know, this was the room that had the freaky bunny chase me in it, because it came from upstairs and ended up in the hallway behind me. I Tell you what, that was a scary little rabbit head. I love it. The back of the stairs, you never used to be able to click to paint it. It's awesome. Just to be able to paint it now. So we're going to, I think we're going to do a light floor. But I'm still tossing up in my head whether or not I want it to be carpet or boards, and I'm really hedging towards having maybe some nice timber flooring in this area of the house. So yeah, I think that'll be good to have. I didn't quite fit that door as close to the outside as I needed to. I know, it seems to be one of the yellows. The yellow house. Oh, you had forgotten somewhere. So I think out in the garden, we're going to do that little garden bed around the pond. Going to put in some flowers around the seats. We're going to make a stepping stone pavement to where the hammock is. And then we're going to put in some flowers around the trees, but I don't really want to put in any formal gardens, just flowers. And I think that'll work pretty well. I don't mind the light to dark. It would probably look better dark to light, but that would be, I think, the wrong yellow for down here. I mean, it's probably the wrong yellow for anywhere, but for this house, it's perfect. Alright, we want panels. I was going to do pine. I'm actually just looking. I'm thinking we may do better with the vapor wood. But it might be, I don't know, the same as what's there. Let's just see how it looks when it goes down. No, actually, that looks good. Let's do that. I would like to be able to do the treads on each stair. Except I don't think that's what I'm doing there. Never mind. We'll just fix up this bit. And that's it. The French, that looks a lot better. Not sure how it looks with the walls, but anywho. Okay, we're all done. Nice, all done. Okay, so what I was thinking was for these blinds, we need... Actually, we could go curtains. We might. Let me think about this a little more, because there's really none of these that will fit. The only other thing I was contemplating was wait, no, floral shoots. Okay, there's no floral shoots. Well, that saves us from a mistake then, doesn't it? In which case, we're just going to go with white. Actually, we'll go white wood. And we'll put those all up here. I can't hang them. No, I'd love to be able to hang them from the doors, just to give the doors some coverings. And then what I think we'll do is we'll put in some curtains. I know maybe I won't do floral shoots on the walls. I think this is kind of good as it is. Alright, so what we want is we want an entertainment, sorry, not an entertainment room, a kitchenette living room. But I'm thinking the TV should go on the wall over here. And it should probably be a wall-mounted TV. So we'll grab that and we'll smoke that up here. There we are. That man worries me. We're going to grab a huge entertainment thing that just stretches right along one wall. So we're going to grab the Andy. I think, which we'll grab is... Which we'll grab, that made no sense. There it is. And again, we go with the American elm on top here. I could go with a darker, no, not the darker. We could go with, do it this way. Yeah, let's do it that way. That looks better. I know, it's one of those things. Alright, that goes there. Alright, now I want to put... I know, I don't quite know where I'm going with this now. We're all good, we'll work it out. So we've got our floor down. We're going to put down a beautiful coffee table, and I'm thinking the this one, the red chick, again in the American elm, and we're going to have maybe gold. No, not gold. Alright, that would be bad. Put that in. There we are. And then we definitely want a couch of some kind. So let's have a look at sofas. See what we've got here. There's a really long one in here. It's called the Moderna, I think. The Magna's nice. It looks comfy. But where was the Moderni? Here we are. Oh, although we could do the Cameo. That's pretty too. If we go with... No, that's... Do white. Right. We could do that. I'm not sure I want that actually. I think we might do a corner couch instead. I like the corner couches because they help define their spaces, if that makes any sense. So the Juliet, and if I pivot it, I think this is the one we want here. So it's got American elm legs to start with. I think it probably has to be, white. Okay. Right, so then what we do is we pivot it this way, because I want like a defining line about here. Does that give me, yep, that gives me a space here. Yep, okay. Alright, I have a living room which has made a lot of people happy. That's good. Good. We like them happy. We are going to have, in this corner, we're going to grab one of those funny mirror things where it's got hangers and stuff. So I'm going to grab decorations, mirrors. Oh, right. And we're going to grab American elm again. and the metal. All right. So we'll put this over here, and then what we'll do is we'll put something, if we can find something. We may have to put another Rachek in under that. So, I mean, you get this Rachek, not Rachek. This thing, and we could sit it just... Because I don't think there's a cabinet that's that low. And the little bookcase, I don't think the bookcase is big enough either. I mean, it's small enough. Oh no, I'm wrong. The bookcase will do it. The question is, what do I want here? Yes, alright, I want that. And then I want a little rack of hooks for keys. And I think the closest thing I'm going to get is one of these. And we'll just pop that down here. Alright, so now we've got like a corner for putting your stuff in as you walk through the door. Okay, that's start now. I mean, this part here is just screaming for a shoe rack of some kind. Where do I find that? Yeah, no, that's not what I'm after. Alright, so I am after that. I want this to move a little bit over, like... Yep. Alright, so we've got the framework for a lounge. We just have to put in all the rest of it. So we want a bookcase here. So we're going to go probably, I don't know what we're going to do actually with that. Because I do have one kind of bookcase in, but I'm actually thinking something a little more solid. See, these, maybe. I could put one of these, actually we'll put one of these on the wall, and what we'll do is we'll put one of these here and pivot that. I know, if I'm not careful. Right, and then what we'll have is maybe a sweeping shape here and then another shape here. So we could technically... We need a dog bed. Yes, we do. The dog should be allowed in the lounge room as well, because dogs need to be with their pack. And when you have a dog as a pet, you're its pack. It's just that simple. Alright, let's have a look at the... It has to be white of some kind. So I mean, you've got florals, you've got your dandelions. Actually, let's... It'd be nice to have a plain cushion. That's as plain as I'm going to get it. It's the wrong colour. Alright, we'll do that. Okay. And so this will be our dog bed. Pop the dog in the corner. Put there. Okay, so that's how that goes. And then we kind of want for shelving. I don't know. Don't ask me what I want. Oh man, these just caught my eye again. I know, I was going to do a different kind of shelving, but actually I think I'll go with these. Like they're drifting. And then you want something like a tall sort of plant in there. So I'm looking at that, but in a white pot. Let's see if it fits up here. It does. And it just fills. I know there's a big part of me saying that needs to be taller. Now I need other plants. I need a step ladder too. Let's grab ourselves a step ladder. They are here. Grab this. I'd love to have a step ladder that I could just take from job to job. That would be very cool. You know, like you had a back of a car, but basically we need the step ladder so we can get up and put things in different places. So we've got that for decorations and plants. It's doing the thing again. Fine. I only just need to go in another room for it, but that worked. I know the Orcus is bigger. We could have a look and see what this looked like. Yeah, that's more what I wanted in that space. And I can't move it. It's another one. Look at this. None of it I can move. Okay. I think I just might need to go into another room and come back. I could be wrong. I might need to save and come back out again. We'll see. Let's have a look. Yeah. Alright, but on that note, it is time for me to finish up for the day. This is the start of our living room. And I will catch you later. You have a good time out there, and I will see you around.